But you will cheat. You will cheat.
Hey, look, everybody keeps saying I'm cheating for no reason.
Good. Nice composure, good. Two underneath when he leans on you. Don't give him time. That's it.
Terence Crawford visits Anthony Joshua's camp ahead of the Jake Paul fight, creating major buzz in the boxing world. Crawford closely observes Joshua's sessions, signaling the seriousness of Joshua's preparation. Bringing in a pound-for-pound star adds intensity and focus to the camp as fight night approaches.
Good. Good. Nice composure, good. Two underneath when he leans on you. Don't give him time.
Anthony Joshua always seeks new experiences and advice from every fighter he meets. He absorbs different styles and lessons to refine his own approach. This constant learning keeps him evolving, making him stronger and more complete with each camp.
A happy fighter is a good fighter. And each individual, uses different things and finds out different ways to keep them occupied and keep them happy. And for me, it was just like...
Joshua pushes himself through grueling training sessions designed to strengthen his body and sharpen his reflexes. He uses ice baths to manage inflammation and speed up recovery, allowing him to give full effort in every workout. Each drill tests his power, speed, and mental focus, reflecting his commitment to preparing at the highest level. Combat sports analyst Wade Plemons advises that Joshua should approach the Jake Paul fight with focus and purpose. This isn't a matchup for feeling things out or entertaining fans with extended rounds. Wade argues that Joshua must finish the fight quickly, protecting his reputation and avoiding unnecessary risks. With his size, experience, and power advantage, the cleanest strategy is a decisive early victory, setting a clear tone from the first bell.
Which I think could be a little bit of a feeling out first round for AJ too, then Jake wins to me. And I know that sounds like, oh, but it's true, bro. AJ shouldn't be going rounds with Jake. He just shouldn't. That's a two-time world champion. You know what I'm saying?
Olympic gold medalist,
gold medalist, two-time world champion. You shouldn't be going rounds with Jake. Jake hasn't fought anybody in, I don't know where they currently rank Tommy Fury, but he hasn't fought anybody in the top 50 in any weight division he's participated in. Mm-hmm. So if that guy's going 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds with you, cooked. But I think if you're putting money on it, I would say AJ round 3 maybe.
Yeah, I'd say
2 or 3. Everybody's kind of jumping on the AJ round 2, and I'm like, Jake's tough. Could he use his feet for a little bit longer than people imagine? Is it going to be tougher for AJ to land on him early, maybe? But I think at a certain point, the cat corrals the mouse a little bit. But we'll see, dude. Who knows? Jake's got some good guys in camp. He brought in Lawrence Okoli. Big Lawrence Okoli now, too. Did you see him?
I remember being in Dubai, 3 years ago. Do you remember 3 years ago when we were, commentated, for Deji vs. Merva. And funny enough, from that fight week, Jake Paul went and hung out and went shooting of AJ. Yeah. I think laser tag of AJ.
Yeah.
3 years ago on the same week.
Wild. That entire week now is coming to full fruition. It was here in Dubai. It was Jake on commentary. First time I had met Jake. Talking shit to Tommy Fury. Lawrence Okoli was on commentary with me, and I was like, how are you a cruiserweight? Because at that time, he was still a cruiserweight. And I was like, how the fuck are you a cruiserweight? You're massive. And sure enough, now he's 265-pound heavyweight. He's way too big, by the way. But, he's got Lawrence in camp. He's got Jared Anderson in camp, what's supposed to have been our...
Joshua's camp for the Jake Paul fight is different from his usual preparations. Known for structured routines, strict planning, and controlled sparring, Joshua is taking a new approach this time. The pace is faster, intensity higher, and the style reflects that he isn't underestimating Jake Paul. Joshua, revealing a weight of around 110 kilograms, 243 pounds, became a talking point. Unlike earlier in his career, he cut roughly 20 pounds in a short time, raising concerns among analysts. At his mid-30s, drastic weight cuts affect strength, recovery, hydration, and performance. The decision shows how seriously he's preparing for Jake Paul, balancing speed with enough strength to remain dangerous.
Still living life as normal. You're not restricting yourself that much. You know, if you're eating 2 pieces of chicken, maybe you just eat a piece of, you see what I mean? You're not going to the extreme to try and actually dehydrate yourself or anything like that. So it's very different than having to actually hit a specific weight, all right? And to do that in a relatively short space of time, because this fight's, you know, not that long has it been announced, and it's not that long until the fight. It's only 2 weeks away. Eddie Hearn was talking about AJ weighing 265 a couple of days ago. So you're thinking, okay, 20 pounds in 3 weeks? That's not ideal for someone who, again, is in their mid to late 30s, a year in activity, and crucially has never had to hit a specific weight throughout the course of his career. Never had to do it. All right. So it did have me kind of worrying a little bit and thinking, is this a miscalculation, accepting that? Because in terms of him fighting Jake Paul, he's going to win. I mean, there's no ifs, but he's going to win this fight. It's pretty much a given. All right. But it did have me wondering. Now, AJ, as I said, he took to his social media accounts to show that he's currently weighing 110.6 kg, which is around about 243 US pounds. So that's well under the weight limit. So a lot of people are saying, slam dunk, it's done. Well, I got a few questions on that, because you do have to ask these questions. You're talking about Anthony Joshua, who over the course of the last, 3 years has been solid in the 250s. Hasn't weighed sub 240 or sub 250 since he fought Usyk 3 years ago. And bear in mind, he would have went into camp fully intending to be mobile, speed. He would have spent 3, maybe 4 months working on, what's an ideal weight for that, working on this, that, and the other. So it's not like, a crash diet for the Usyk fight or anything like that. And AJ is someone who loves the resistance training. That seems to be the main thing that he does. And outside of camp, he probably would have thought he was fighting Cassius Chaney, which is the name that a lot.
Former super middleweight champion Carl Froch offers his take on why the Jake Paul fight makes sense for Joshua. He notes that Joshua is entering the later stage of his career, with many accomplishments already secured. Froch sees the fight as a smart financial move that still draws global attention. He also highlights the potential for a later matchup with Tyson Fury, which could be one of boxing's biggest fights. For Froch, this fight is more about business and entertainment than legacy.
He's found his limit now, found his level, so now he needs to look at his health and look at what he's got after boxing. And if he can make 50 mil, whatever he's making, to fight fucking in the clown world against the clown show, do you know what I mean? Then take the money, man. Yeah. Take it and go and live your life. I can't see AJ fighting for a world title again. I don't know who he fights and who he would beat and how we would get that desire back to become a world champion. But Eddie Hearn's got to sell it and try and say AJ's going to be world champ again. 3-time world champ, but I'm not buying into that bullshit. I think AJ's had a great career. He's done massive things for professional boxing, and now he's at the end of his career and he's cashing out. And who can blame him? I'd do exactly the same at the end of my career. I'd fight fucking Jake Paul for mega money and then drop the mic and then go home. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to knock him for doing it.
As much as you say that his career is maybe done after this, he has obviously made the jump, left Ben Davison, gone to Usyk. Do you think that could maybe reignite a flame in AJ? Maybe change something that you might not believe is there at the moment?
No, it's too old. Too old. I've been 36, 37 years old, but I've never had 150 million quid in the bank. Do you know what I mean? And I think the combination of his age, the fact that he's been flattened a couple of times, and now he's making mega money. Why is he going to try and become a world champion again? He's got to train for 10 weeks and spar really hard sparring. And then he's got to get in the ring on Fight Night with 10-ounce gloves against somebody like Dubois, or he's not going to fight Usyk again. Maybe he sticks around and fights Tyson Fury, because that's another commercial mega fight, which is actually fighting somebody who's